It's gonna be a short video, man. I woke up early and I'm starting to realize that it's starting to get darker earlier, or that's not the right way of saying something. It's starting to get lighter later. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, right now, normally around 6 o'clock, it would be the sun would be coming up almost, but now it's darker around 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. You know, but I realized something, man. There's decent. I mean, the date market is so competitive. Even decent-looking dudes are struggling. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't become average until the dating apps showed up. You know, what's up with it, Sean Breezy? Good morning. I didn't. All of a sudden, I was getting more ghosted when the dating apps showed up. You know, but before the dating apps, man, I was always having a girlfriend. I had access to sex a lot easier. You know, and I ain't never went through a 8 month or 8 year drought without having a girlfriend. When I mean by an 8 month drought, I mean an 8 year. My bad. Uh, when I mean about an 8 year drought, it's like I haven't had a girlfriend in 8 years. That's mind-boggling to me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not used to this shit. You know, in my 20s, it was a lot easier to have access to sex, to have access to a girlfriend. I mean, I haven't been in a long-term relationship in like 8 years, like I said, and that goes to show how competitive things got. You know, once the social media started to kick in, man, it was like, what happened? You start feeling like you losing your superpowers. You know what I'm saying? You're like, well, something happened here. Nigga, I used to be able to get women like this, snapping my fingers, man. You know what I'm saying? I believe I'm still a decent looking dude, bro. I ain't no Tyrone or nothing like that, but you know what I'm saying? I still got women, some women looking at me and stuff, like this little short Asian chick, dark skin. Her name was Shorty Part 2. I call her Shorty Part 2. And I know she likes me, man. You know what I'm saying? She young too, man. I still got some young females checking for me, man. So that let me know, like, goddamn, Kelcat, yeah, you was a good looking dude in your 20s. If you still got young females checking for you and you like 45, yeah, you're a good looking dude, man. The looks don't disappear, man, just because you get older. I mean, they fade, but there are still females checking for you, man. Especially if you in shape and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I work out almost every single day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dating apps gave women more options. That's what it was. And I mean, it gave us more options too. But you know, we're not dishing out the pussy. They are. They got the supplies. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of them being stingy with the supply, man. You know, and the only ones who are not feeling the pinch are them Tyrones and them Chads, man. Hey, this one guy came to my channel, bro. This dude was funny as hell, bro. You could tell he was an incel, man. And he was like, death to all Chads and women. I was like, what? I'm like, bro, where this character come from, bro? I'm like, who is you, bro? uh, oh man, you know, for real, bro. He came and left a comment and said, "Death to all Chads." He said, "Death to all Chads and women." I was like, what? I'm like, bruh, who is you? Who is you out here, man? He definitely was an incel, man. All that frustration just builds up and make you lash out like that. Oh man. I'm like, bruh, it's not really all that serious. Yeah, he's pissed off. Yeah, I know. Nigga ain't getting laid, man. Look, I'm a decent looking dude and I struggle. So I can imagine dudes who are below average looking. I can imagine if they struggling, man. I know dudes who are like, if they're below average looking, yeah, you definitely are struggling to getting a below average looking woman, because the below average looking woman is checking for the guys who are 5s and 6s, man. The average looking dudes. Look at Sub 5 Stalker, checking for a dude that's above her looks level like me. You hear what I'm saying? You know. So the moment when I noticed there was a difference, man, especially after 2012. That's when the iPhone came out. Whoa, man. That really rocked my entire dating world, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because before that, bro, I was going to bars and clubs, getting pussy on the regular, man. You know what I'm saying? And then something happened, bro. Just all the decent looking women, just either they delusional or they checking for dudes that are above their looks level constantly, bro. And that's what's really going on, man. That's why a lot of these incels, they're not getting their face match or nothing like that. They're not getting below average women because the internet really fucked up everything for the average man, anyway. It caused me to go 8 years without a woman, man. And that kind of fucked up my mental health, really. Because when you think about it, we're not meant to be by ourselves. We're supposed to be with women. You know, we're supposed to be with women. That's your body reacting to not having a woman for so long. Like me, my mental health is shot. This 8-year drought of not having a girlfriend, my mental health, you know, I know it'll all go away once I get the bag. I'll be dressing better. You know, you know what I'm saying? I'll have a nice car and stuff, and I'll be dating, you know what I'm saying? But it's just not having a girlfriend for a very long time, it kind of, I mean, you stop taking care of yourself, basically. You're wearing the same clothes all the time because you figure nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's checking me out. But there are some women that do care, man. There are some women that still checking for you. You didn't become a sub 5 dude because you got older. It's because the dating apps, man, gave women more options. Uh, you know, and a lot of guys gonna struggle because of that. I mean, I did fuck some bitches off those dating apps, man. Like Playing Fish, it did help me out too, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Playing Fish, I met that one chick on Playing Fish, man. And we met up and we had sex. So yeah, it did help out. But it's not helping us out as much as it's helping women out. It's helping women out more than it is helping us out. So, you know. And it's like, man, I guess it's healthy because it's forcing me to compete, chasing the bag and everything, because you figure like, God damn, this is really the only way out of struggling. And so I guess it's forcing me to become better, because if I don't, I'm screwed. You feel me? So here I am, a decent looking dude, even though I'm 45, getting old. My gray hair is kicking in, and I'm trying to shave it almost every single day to make myself appear younger. Matter of fact, I gotta go get me some shavers today, man. I'm out of shavers. I've been shaving up a storm, man. I just don't want no gray on my face. I like to attract younger women and shit. I don't want them to see me with gray on my face, but it's already too late. Shit. Some females in there that I like, they probably are already seeing the gray already. Because gray means you have expired. It means expiration. You have expired, bro. And just being alone, man, for so long, it just really did bad things for my mental health, man. You feel me what I'm saying? And it's not healthy for me to be alone for this long. And I remember when I was out there trying to get a girlfriend back before the pandemic had happened, and I was struggling to get a girlfriend, bro. I was like, man, how come I can't get a girlfriend, bro? Wait. And then I moved to like San Jose, where the ghosting was really happening. I mean, San Jose is worse than Walnut Creek, where I was hanging out at. I mean, me and my ex-girlfriend, we stayed in Walnut Creek and shit, and that's why I was out there. And then I moved out here, and it was worse. It was 10 times worse, because they don't call this place Man Jose for nothing. There's so many goddamn men to compete with. I told you, we don't have wars to thin the herd anymore, man. So yeah, naturally in your society, the men population is gonna keep on growing and growing. And that's what's causing the droughts. And that's why a lot of guys are struggling, because there's so many men to compete with. When you got way more men than women, that's when you're gonna struggle. You could be decent looking, you could be a 5, 6, or a 7, it don't matter. Even if you're a 7, you're gonna struggle. Unless you at the 8, 9, and 10, it just seems like the guys, like the Chads and the Tyrones, have basically cornered the dating market. Like the dating market has allowed Chads and Tyrones to fuck all the bitches, man. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that's decent looking, like a 6 to a 10. You know what I'm saying? Chaz and Tyrone, they fucking sixes, bro. Best believe that. The average woman is getting fucked by Chad and Tyrone, especially if she has a nice big ass. Yeah, Chad and Tyrone is fucking her. You know, I done heard like stories of motherfuckers talking about Chaz and Tyrone. They'll let the woman slide on her face as long as her body is hot. So that's what's really going on online is a lot of hooking up, you know what I'm saying? And the Chaz and Tyrones are fucking these women, and now they looking down at you now because you're not Tyrone, you know? So then, if you got women in charge of the coochie, which they are, you know, and you don't meet their requirements, you're gonna struggle. Like your height and shit, man, that plays a huge role online, bro. It plays a huge role. If you're not over at least 5'9", that's gonna hurt you bad. I know guys out here that are 5'6", and they alone, bro. Dudes who are 5'6" out here, they feeling it the most. I'm feeling it because I'm under 6 feet tall, but I'm not short either. Because I still got these shorty pants checking for me. I can look in their eyes and tell that they're interested, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been around long enough on this earth to realize, you know, who sees you and who don't. You know. Who you invisible to, who you visible to, and who you're invisible to. You can just tell, you know, that's that wisdom kicking in with me. You feel what I'm saying? You can tell when there's interest there, and when there's no interest at all. You know. And these 3s and 4s, they checking for me hardcore. I can just tell, man. But it's been like that my whole entire life. You feel what I'm saying? You know. Yes, you could definitely tell which ones are checking for you and which ones you're invisible to. You know, I could tell this tiny Filipina, she's short. She's about 5'1" or something like that, or 5'2" or something like that. And I could tell she likes me and stuff, man. But I can't date her right now, man. I can't just really go in to kill like that. Not in my situation, man. I'm focused on the bag. And plus, my standards are gonna come up to, once I get the bag, my standards are gonna come up. And I'm gonna want females that's taller than her. You know what I'm saying? That's why the bag is important, man. It evens the goddamn playing field, man. You feel what I'm saying? It gives you the shoe. you know what I'm saying? You know how like women got the shoe when they got the shoes and you're barefooted. Well, when you get the bag, you know, you get the shoes and they're barefooted. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say the bag is important for a man at this point, man. And you know what? In online dating, it don't affect the guys with the bag, bro. It don't affect them because there's so many women and very little bit of us. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by us, I mean dudes with the bag. I ain't got the bag yet, but I'm just saying in the future, you know that the bag, dudes with the bag, you know, the online dating, it don't affect dudes with the bag. You know. You know. So what the bag gonna do is gonna give you leverage and it's gonna give you a lot more options. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's only so many dudes with the bag to go around. That's why it don't affect you. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers with the bag is a rare commodity, bro. It's like jail, bro. It's like being in jail. Like, mustard and stuff, man. We didn't get that in jail, man. And the moment I got out of jail, I started putting mustard on my sandwich. Because I was like, fuck. I was deprived of mustard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like mustard in jail, bro. A dude with a bag is like mustard in jail. You ain't gonna be able to get it. You feel what I'm saying? So, even though you decent looking, you could be from a 5 to a 7, man. You just gonna struggle too. Anything under an 8 nowadays is gonna struggle. Like an 8 in looks. Anybody that's under 6 feet tall is going to struggle because of the dating apps. Because a lot of these females, they got requirements about, oh, you need to be 6 foot and up. Some of them, if they got children and stuff like that, they'll lower their standards down to like, okay, you got to be 5'10" and up. So I didn't put 5'9" on a dating app. I put 5'10", man. I gave myself an extra inch. Because a lot of them, they shorty, man. They ain't going to tell. They're not going to be able to tell. But I think the fat chick, she was on to me, man. She was like, hey, you're not 5'10". You're more like 5'8". I'll say, no, I ain't no 5'8". Maybe 5'9", but I ain't no 5'8". You must be smoking. You know what I'm saying? So understand, bro, it's really hectic and it's very hard because of the dating apps. Technology has got way more advanced, and a lot of us, bro, we got to keep up with other men. That's what we have to do. You as a man got to get out there and compete with other men, bro. If you didn't have a mother or a father to teach you this while you were young, then you got to learn that shit on your own. It's either compete or have a seat, man. And you're gonna have a seat for eternity, man. That's one thing I'm scared of, is being in this lonely situation for the rest of my life. That's what I fear. I fear that many more years are gonna pass and I'm gonna be here still, you know what I'm saying, getting old, alone, lonely at night. I haven't had a woman to lay next to in my bed in like a couple of years. Right before the pandemic was happening, I was dating, but I was dating women who were below average looking. And when you only got like below average looking to choose from, and that's what you go after, man. And then I slept with a fat chick that I wasn't really attracted to, but I needed to get laid. You in there popping corner store Viagra pills and shit, trying to get your dick hard before you go go down there, go in there and lay the pipe. That's when you know it's bad, man. You got to go to the corner store, you know what I'm saying, and get one of them Rhino Viagra pills, just so you can get your dick hard. That's not good, man. That woman should be able to get you up. But I'm not surprised that I still got females, younger females checking for me. Because I remember I told you about the young female that I fucked? And she was like, don't do that grandpa shit on me. Come on. Don't do that grandpa shit on me. Remember I was telling you about that? Man, that's let me know, like, yeah, you can still pull a youngie, man. You just got to be in shape. Nice big ass gorilla chest. You in shape, man. You could pull a young woman, man. Get big ass pot belly, man. That's what stops a lot of guys, man. As we get older, it gets harder to lose the stomach. I noticed that. I'm not leaning out like I used to. It's like I got to be on at least a 70% diet for my stomach to get lean, because I can work out all I want to. But that little pudge is just not gonna go away unless you clean up your diet. Feel what I'm saying? Last night, man, I fucking blacked out. What the hell was I doing? I drunk too much last night. I normally don't even drink that much, man. I barely remember going back into the store and getting another shot. I barely remember doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know. Probably would get a bag off of YouTube and get monetized, man. My channel has been demonetized for like a long time, bro. For years. You feel what I'm saying? I gotta find some shade. I gotta buy some shades, man. Gotta shave this goddamn gray off my goddamn beard. I look too goddamn old, man. Shit. You looking all kinds of old out here, bro. And then you like, man, shit, whatever, bro. Man. You know. And start a new channel. I don't know, man. I might. If I can't get that monetized, then I'll just go to another platform. I'll go to Rumble, man, or some shit like that, man. You don't make as much money, but you still make some money on Rumble. You know what I'm saying? It just not as much as YouTube. I might start a new channel, man. Once I get the bag, though. Or something like that, man. But if I get the bag, I don't want nobody to find me, man. That's what they were saying. Like, they were saying, once you get a bag, delete all your social media accounts and stuff like that. You don't want people locating you and tracking you down, asking you for money and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't want my location to be even, you know what I'm saying? You know. Well, I might just start I might go back to being a no-face YouTuber, man, because that's how I started out here before. I doxed myself. I was a no-face YouTuber for like a long time, man. And I think I might go back to being a no-face YouTuber once I get the bag. I still like to get on here and, you know what I'm saying, and talk that stuff. But my content would change because then I'm a man with a bag that don't struggle no more. So my content is definitely gonna change, and a lot of motherfuckers, they ain't gonna want to hear your life is good and you getting baddies and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know. I mean, then you attract a new, you will attract a new I don't know, whatever, bro. You know. Well, all I know, man, for the last 8 years, I've been struggling to get a woman. And this is not natural. This ain't cool. You know. And the thing is, what I struggle is getting my face matched. You know, the average woman, that's who I struggle getting. Yesterday I saw this one chick. She was really thin, but she had a nice little butt on her and stuff like that. And her body was on point, but her face was just average as hell. She just had an average face. Man, because this is not natural to go a long time without somebody. You feel what I'm saying? 8 years, you know, of struggling. Like I literally haven't had a girlfriend in 8 years. And maybe because I'm getting older, you know, and my looks is fading, of course, you know, but should be able to get an older female too, man. You know. But I've been focused on the bag though too, you know. That could be the problem too. It's just your mind and focus is with the bag. That's all it is. You ain't looking for no relationships, man. You trying to come up. You trying to get the bag. And and eventually I'm gonna get it. I got faith that I'm gonna get it, but to go this like long without a woman, man, it just tears you. It tears it tears your spirit and your soul down, man. To be struggling this long, you know. And plus my teeth ain't like what they used to be. Things have changed, you know. You know, you're not that guy, you know, that they approach anymore. I remember when I was younger, I was approached by women, period, bro. Women would walk up to me and approach me, man. I mean, they still do, but they be below my looks level. I mean, I used to get women who were around my looks level approaching me. You know what I'm saying? I remember, man, if those fucking walls where I used to stay, in my little tiny apartment, if those walls could talk, they would tell you, man, he tore some ass up. I had a drawer full of condoms that I used to go through. I had a drawer that was full of condoms, and I have incense and shit like that because I used to like for it to smell good when we having sex. You know, I turn down the lights. I used to have like a nightlight glow. You know, you just be waxing ass in my room or my little tiny apartment room or whatever. I had a really tiny apartment. Barely had a kitchen or barely had a bathroom. It was really tiny, man. But I used to bring women over and just waxing, just in there, whack, just tearing shit up. You know, that's when I was in my 20s, man. This is before social media. But them days are long gone now. And you don't know that, damn, you have aged and stuff, and you know, I mean, everything will be okay once I get the bag, man. That's what, you know, you feel me? Like, it's a downhill slope after age 25, man. You know, I know when I got into my 30s, I wasn't attracting that many women like I used to. It's called aging, man. It's part of the aging process. That's why you gotta get the bag, man, so that way when your looks leave, man, because eventually it's gonna leave. Your looks are gonna leave. You gotta get the bag, you know, eventually, you know. Anyway, you guys have a good day, man. I'm gonna go in here and I'm not eating no food. I'm fasting today, and we're gonna work out and shit. I gotta charge this phone in Starbucks. You guys have a blessed day, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reminiscing on some of the good times I had when I was younger, and it hurts to let me know that things are going to get worse from here with age, you know. And I don't want to be alone, so I'm focusing on not being old and alone. That's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm just prepping for the future, you know. You know, I see my old age coming, and I'm preparing for it. That's all it is. So that way, when I get to be my old age, I can say, God damn it, I'm glad I got that bag when I was younger. I'm glad I didn't spend my time goofing off. You feel what I'm saying? I actually got it. You can sit back and be like, man, I finally fucking won, man. I finally got it. You know, I'm not gonna spend eternity by myself. You guys have a good day. I'm out.